going to be huge. Our first bout of the night is Myles Callaghan taking on Shane Campbell.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his fighter, coming out of the red corner, it is Myles Callaghan.
There you have it, Myles Callaghan out of the Boon Shoe Gym with John Wayne Parr, his trainer, taking on Shane Campbell out of the Sunshine Coast Thai Boxing Centre. This will be huge. This is three-minute rounds, full Thai rules, of course. We've got the 6-ounce MMA gloves on stand. They take an absolute pounding, the boys, when they're wearing these gloves. It's all stand-up. There's no ground fighting. It is brutal here in the cage.
Wow, and I believe the innovator behind all this is our own John Wayne Parr. That's true.
John Wayne Parr, he's seen the octagon. He saw that all of the excitement that UFC was bringing in the cage, but he thought, you know what? It's getting pretty boring on the ground, so let's make it all stand up. Full Thai rules in the cage. So this first bout proudly brought to you by State Protection Services.
This bout contests over 3-minute rounds in the 84-kilogram division. Interesting first, fighting out of the blue corner with a 5-win, 1-loss record. He stands 178 centimeters tall. Trained at the Sunshine Coast Thai Boxing Club. Ladies and gentlemen, Shane Campbell. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner with a win, 3-loss, 1-draw record. He stands 189 centimeters tall. Trained out of the Boon Shoe Gym on the Gold Coast. Ladies and gentlemen, Myles Callaghan.
There you have it, Myles Callaghan. The big boys stand 82 kilos to start it off. This will be brutal. Myles Callaghan from the Boon Shoe Gym out of the red corner. Shane Campbell, Sunshine Coast Thai Boxing out of the blue corner. Let's have a look at the tail of the tape.
You've both been here before, you both know the rules, okay? All wants a good, clean fight and obey my commands at all times, okay? Touch gloves, let's get it on.
And the Murph in centre ring. The Murph will let it go. The Queensland tattoos, there'll be plenty of blood up here, Stan, tonight. Don't you worry about it. And the Murph will let it go. Logan Metro Centre here in Queensland, packed to the rafters. The first on-cage Muay Thai has been at the Logan Metro Centre. John Wayne and Angie Parr done a sensational job. Myles Callaghan out of the red corner. So for the viewers at home, fighters at the red corner have got the red trim on the trunks and the red trim around the gloves, and similarly with the blue corner. So Shane Campbell looks like he might have been doing a bit of heavy pad work in the room beforehand. He's got a bit of a graze down the front of his nose already, Shane Campbell, before this fight even starts. Myles Callaghan with the big height and reach advantage, already locking up in the grapple.
Both guys are using some knee work there, both executing knees.
And one of the things that Wayne did when he invested in the cage stand is he made sure that the actual cage wiring was bowed in, so it's a bit like the rope, so when you press up against it you get that slight spring back, which is a very smart work. Strong knees there from Campbell. Murph keeping a close eye on him.
All right, boys, break. Let's go, step back.
He's all about the action with Brian Murphy in the centering. This is 3-minute rounds. He said the height and reach advantage going away with Myles Callaghan. Good leg kick there from Campbell. Sam, the implementation of the 6-ounce gloves here in the centering, a little bit different to the 8-ounce fully padded gloves.
Most definitely, and you know, it doesn't take a lot. Once you get hit with those small gloves, it's going to take a lot of toll there. So, you know, I'm actually quite surprised with these sort of rules and conditions. And we used to fight with actual 10-ounce gloves as heavyweights. So, definitely, if you feel like boxing is your big sort of attribute and one of your big arsenals, you definitely want to make the most of it. As you can see right now, Shane Campbell's trying to do that by executing punches, now knees again.
And Myles Callaghan just locking him up in the grapple.
Break,
separating the boys once again.
You have to say at this stage, early stage of the fight, but really Myles Callaghan not capitalising on the reach advantage that he has. You can see right there executing some jabs.
He's a big boy standing at 189 centimetres. Shane Campbell at 178, so he's got a good 10 centimetres, good 3 or 4 inches on Shane. Both boys very well put together, the 82, 83 kilo weight division. to, again, a big shout out to the boys at State Protection Services. Give them a buzz on 0466 110 582 for security needs.
Referee Murph so far pretty happy to let it go until now. Obviously not happy enough with their work rate. Nice logic by Shane Campbell again. Nice.
Big hands there from Callaghan. You know, Stan, one of the things with CMT, this is the third show, and you know, fighters from right across the country, they're begging to get on this because it's so unique, it's different. And one of the things that I suppose has been the trademark of cage Muay Thai is the brutality of it. We've seen a lot of boys just get straight into it. They throw the traditional slow starts of Muay Thai out the door and get straight into it, and it's action-packed. And I think that's one of the reasons why Wayne, and you can see a big cut there just appearing on Shane Campbell and also on Myles Callaghan. Both boys look like they've copped a couple of good ones. Let's have a look at some of the replays here in centre ring. Good leg work there from both fighters, and crossing elbows there from Shane Campbell.
Landed
Flush, and both boys are back into their corners. Coming out this second round, you can already see, and I said it earlier on, Stan, you're going to see a fair bit of claret flowing tonight.
That is probably the biggest difference right off the bat, is that we're so used to Muay Thai being slow starters, whereas these guys go right at it from the belt.
And I think what it is too, with the smaller gloves, the boys are inclined to get in and they want to do inflict damage with the smaller gloves. Both boys really loading up now.
Trading early in the second round.
Beautiful uppercut there from Callaghan. Nice teeth. Plenty of claret flowing from Campbell as well. Here through the effects microphone in the corners. Joey Hilton just calling out for Shane to throw the knees in. Keeping a close eye on both boys.
Watch the heads, break. Watch the heads, let's go.
Both boys are well and truly cut open, Stan.
Yeah, both bleeding profusely at this stage. Nice combination punches, now knee there by Myles Callaghan. Trying to make the most of some of that reach. He's doing a good job with the jab there, measuring his opponent. Nice, come back with the right.
Good locking up with the grapple, good driving knees from Callaghan. Takedown there as well from Myles.
Oh, you can see Shane really bleeding. It's a nasty cut there towards the eye, the left eye.
That is a massive cut on Shane Campbell, but at the
as
moment,
we're saying that, referee Murphy's actually checking out on Myles.
let's just share the towel around and wipe the boys off. And Murph will just send them back into centre ring, mate. He loves it in centre ring. Murph's been there enough times himself. Good hands there again from Myles. Big, strong knees. Of course, his first bout of the night, proudly brought to you by State Protection Services. Getting their money's worth. This is what it's like for the first bout of the night, Sam. We've got 9 more to go after this.
A real mess at the moment on both guys' faces.
Yeah, the left eye of Shane Campbell's really taking a beating, both just below the eye and the cheekbone, plenty of swelling and a cut above it. And of course, Myles Callaghan looks like he's got a big X mark right
between the eyes, actually, right between the eyes. A bit of a helter-skelter sort of scar looking there.
Mate, his is flowing right down his nose, whereas
oh, he's pouring it on here. He's pouring it on. Myles Callaghan pouring it on.
Big
nice
crossing elbow. And this is what makes cage Muay Thai so exciting, Sam. This is why the fighters from right across the country, and for that matter, right across the world, want to get onto John Wayne Parr's Cage Muay Thai series.
Wow, these guys look like gladiators. They're bleeding like gladiators. And, you know, this is what separates the boys from the men. You know, even to watch an event like this.
I tell you what, those people that have paid good money, including one of our sponsors, John and Claude Angagiano from JPS Coating, sitting super ringside up against the cage. They'll be sitting there just covering up all of their paperwork and their meals. But Shane Campbell cut to pieces at the moment.
Referee Murphy having a close look here because it looks pretty bad to me, John. It's got to be looked at very carefully. That's a nasty cut. That's a nasty cut right above the eyebrow there.
And plenty of swelling below the eye.
And you can see Shane has actually got his eyes, you know, quenching with closing it.
Mate, I think Murph's probably going to let this one go to the end of the second round. It's not that far off, and see if the corners can do anything.
And Shane is digging in deep too to throw what he can to prevent the referee from doing so.
There you have it, the end of a second round. What an absolute slugfest in round 2. Bout number 1, proudly brought to you by State Protection Services, Myles, Callaghan and Shane Campbell. Let's have a look at some of the beautiful uppercut there from Callaghan. Textbook stand, 3 or 4 punches unanswered.
Nice combinations there.
This one's been called off, Stan. End of the second round.
Number 1 was stopped by a referee, Brian Murphy. At the end of the second round, and your winner by technical knockout from the red corner, Myles.
The X on the forehead on Myles Callaghan, but he raises his hands in victory.
Yeah, winner by TKO. An absolutely brutal opening to cage Muay Thai number 3, but X marks the spot there on Myles Callaghan. And a big thanks once again to State Protection Services, but full credit to Shane Campbell as well. Kept going all the way.
Yeah, the referee had to stop, but there was no quitting him, so we've got to honour him, and he can walk out of the ring, out of the cage, I should say, with his head high.